Do you find yourself struggling to save money because you can't help but buy an item you want? You're definitely not alone, and that's why we've researched intensively and compiled this list to help. You will stop overspending money after watching this. Number 1. Shop with a list. Shopping with a list is a fantastic frugal living habit that will help save you money. One of the major reasons that people overspend is that they simply don't realize how much they spend on items they don't really need. For instance, if you go shopping for groceries or clothes, you may be pulled through the several temptations that stores set up through sales to make you buy more than you need. You may see a box of chocolate on sale, and beside that, you see that there's a 2-for-1 deal on chips. But shopping with a list allows you to focus only on what you need, meaning that you'll only be spending exactly what you need to be spending. Number 2. Only pay with cash. Cash is associated with money that you actually have, not money that you can use through a loan like a credit card. So, a great frugal living tip to help you save money is to only buy things with cash. That means when you go to the grocery store when you're paying for gas or buying any other item, make sure that you're sticking to physical cash. Using physical cash makes you focus on only spending exactly what you have. If you want to take this frugal living tip up a notch, then whenever you go shopping, leave your credit card and debit cards at home. This way, you know you're only going to spend exactly what you have. Number 3. Employ your dollars. Something that's often forgotten is that we're the bosses of our own money. And what exactly does a boss do? They delegate tasks to their employees. If you're someone who struggles to save money, or if you have extra money that you don't know what to do with, then learn to delegate tasks to your money so that every single dollar is making the most of your time. For example, if you know you have $200 left over at the end of every month, then start the frugal living tip of employing your dollars to work in your savings account. This way, you can feel comfortable knowing your money is working hard for you, and you have total control over where your money is going. Number 4. You want to impress. It's normal to want to impress other people, but it can become a serious problem when it involves spending money. A situation that may befall many of you is that you may be trying to impress a boss or manager so that you can get a potential raise. Your boss is someone you respect, but instead of trying to be yourself, you want to start buying fancier suits, upgrade your car, and even start eating fancier takeout to try and get on your boss's good side. However, this type of behavior doesn't line up with frugal living, nor does it help you save money. If you want to impress someone, focus on impressing them with your qualities as opposed to materials. It'll likely have a much more significant and lasting impact. Number 5. Did you review your budget? If you haven't reviewed your budget, then you risk missing out on money you could be saving. A budget is something that needs to be maintained very frequently to make sure you don't fall behind and overspend money. For instance, if you miss just a few days of your budget, you may find yourself struggling to gather all of your expenses and to see how you're moving along with your budget and your saving money goals. The easiest way to make sure that you're keeping up with your budget is to simply add your expenses every single day. You don't know what things may pop up that can stop you from keeping to your budget, so it's best to spend a few minutes every day doing a regular update. Number 6. Shopping frustrates you. Have you ever found yourself mindlessly scrolling through Amazon or any other online store only to find nothing that interests you? You may start getting frustrated and forget your awesome frugal living habits and buy something out of frustration. As the weeks go on, you realize that the item you bought was a mistake and regret it. It's natural that buying with emotions usually ends up in regret. To practice frugal living and save money, the items you buy shouldn't only be done with emotions in mind, but also thinking about how useful the item will be in your life. Chances are that if you can't find an item that you strongly believe you need, then there's no item for you to buy. Number 7. You only pay the minimum on your credit card. It's well known that credit card loans are some of the biggest loans that any person can have. With a high interest charge, it can eat away your income very quickly. Even though your minimum payment is small, you end up losing so much money just by maintaining your balance so you don't go over. So, to work on your frugal living habits and save money, don't pay the minimum on your credit card, but pay it off in full or as quickly as possible. Number 8. You feel uncomfortable. Feeling uncomfortable is a hidden frugal living tip that can help make sure you don't overspend on specific items like clothing or shoes. A question to ask yourself before buying anything clothing related is if it's something you feel comfortable wearing. For example, if you put on a pair of shoes that look absolutely stunning, but the moment you take some steps, you find them to be extremely uncomfortable. At this moment, you need to ask yourself if you can see yourself wearing these shoes for several hours a day. If the answer is no, then you're likely going to be wasting your money on that purchase. When it comes to frugal living and saving money, make sure that everything you buy is something you can see yourself using for many years in the future. Number 9. You spend future money. There's nothing quite as exciting as getting a bonus check from your employer or some kind of inheritance money. Your first thought may be to go out and spend, believing that you'll be getting that money, but this plan may quickly backfire on you. For example, if you're expecting a nice bonus paycheck and you start spending money believing you'll get it, but something happens that your employer says the bonus was an accident, you suddenly are left with a debt that you don't have money to pay off. So, a frugal living tip to help you avoid this and save money is to always make sure that you have the cash in your hands before making any purchase. So, a frugal living tip to help you avoid this and save money is to always make sure that you have the cash in your hands before you make any purchase. Number 10. You don't have an emergency fund. An emergency fund is one of the most important frugal living tips that can help you avoid overspending and help you save money. No one knows when an accident will happen, but probability favors that an accident will happen at some point in your life. With that in mind, it's always best to be prepared for the worst. Think of an emergency fund as insurance for your general life. No one buys insurance expecting a fire to happen, but to have a way to deal with it in case it does. So, use this frugal living tip to make sure you're protected from any accidents that'll cause you to overspend. Number 11. You want validation. Who doesn't want to feel validated by people they love and respect? It's normal to want to feel like those around you care about you, but sometimes the cost can be detrimental. For example, if you're looking to find respect from your friends, but they're very materialistic, you may have the need to spend more than you can so that you can live up to their standards. While it's nice to want to look good in front of those you care about, it's not worth it if you're removing your ability to save money and practice frugal living. A tip to help avoid this is to talk to your friends about your financial situation. Communication will keep everybody on the same page and likely validate you for being open with them. Number 12. Peer pressure. Another ailment to saving money can be peer pressure. Let's say that you and your family are out shopping and you see a really cute dress. You then try it on and look great, but you see the price tag and know you'll overshoot your budget if you buy it. While you put it away, as per your frugal living habits, your family may pressure you to buy it, saying things like, "You only have one life," or "You can pay it off later." While this may be true, it's not good practice if you want to save money. Always be firm with your frugal living habits and your saving money goals. If you want that dress, then focus on saving for it when you have the money, instead of overshooting your budget. Number 13. You're stressed out. Stress is an extremely difficult thing to cope with. People have all sorts of methods, but one of the most common is shopping. While it's fine to spend once in a while to make yourself feel better, it can become a serious problem when it becomes compulsive. If you're looking to practice frugal living and save money, then focus on finding healthy but cheap alternatives to cope with stress, like exercise or meditation.